enjoyment of the season, and welcome to another edition of the program, Everyone Deserves a Home, brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, a public enlightenment program showcasing the bank's activities, service delivery, and impact in expanding access to affordable housing for low and middle income earners across Nigeria. I am Aisha Mohammed Ahmed, your regular anchor. Over the past couple of weeks, we have brought you stories of the impact of the FMBN in Ogun State, showcasing estates developed under various products as well as individuals who are homeowners, courtesy of the National Housing Fund. All these are made possible because the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria continues to strengthen its presence nationwide. With a robust network of zonal and branch offices, the bank brings its services closer to contributors of the National Housing Fund scheme, ensuring that Nigerians everywhere can access its wide range of housing finance products. Tonight, our focus is on Ogun State as we take you inside the operations of the FMBN Ogun Branch Office, highlighting its role in driving the bank's mandate through mortgage processing, customer engagement, stakeholder collaboration, and housing delivery across the state. Do stay tuned for this insight and more after this timeout.
Mandate to provide affordable housing finance to Nigerian workers.
Our focus is on ensuring the financial sustainability of this bank.
We have been developing other products in order to reach the masses.
Strategic partnership is at the core of our business.
We have touched over 14 million lives.
Opening or trying new frontiers that still...
Every Nigerian deserves a home, and we will keep striving.
We are very strategic in the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President.
FMBN, everyone deserves a home.
Welcome back. We'll kick off the program with major activities from the diary of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, as well as the housing sector. In our news lineup, FMBN backs federal government push for a paperless civil service, and Minister of Housing and Urban Development says 15.2 million homes in Nigeria are structurally defective. Stay tuned for the details. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has reaffirmed its commitment to digital transformation and efficient public service delivery as its Managing Director, Shehu Usman Osidi, participated in the Paperless Civil Service Gala and Awards Night, hosted by the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation in Abuja last week. The event was aimed at promoting the transition to a digital paperless public service, highlighting the role of technology in improving efficiency, record management, and institutional memory and service delivery across government institutions. It brought together senior government officials and heads of ministries, departments, and agencies, reinforcing a national commitment to build a smarter, more responsive public service anchored on innovation. While awards were presented to selected MDAs for excellence in digital leadership, FMBN's participation reflects the bank's alignment with ongoing public sector's reform and its recognition of technology as a critical tool for transparency, accountability, and data-driven decision-making within the housing finance sector. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Engiwa, has disclosed that approximately 15.2 million housing units across Nigeria are structurally inadequate. Speaking during the presentation of the National Housing Data Initiative in Abuja, the minister explained that while these homes exist physically, they fall below acceptable standards of safety, habitability, access to basic services, infrastructure, and durability. He further announced plans to establish a National Housing Data Center within the ministry to support housing policy, investment decision, access to housing finance, and coordinated housing delivery. In his remarks, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Shoaibu Belgore, stated that the report will be published and circulated to relevant agencies, adding that steps are being taken to ensure the data center becomes operational by January 2026. Chairman of the National Housing Data Technical Committee, Taofik Olatinwo, noted that the study involved collaboration with the World Bank, noting that Kano State recorded the highest housing inadequacy, while Bayelsa State recorded the lowest based on available data.
We are Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, your trusted partner in making home ownership aspiration a reality.
From savings to holding your keys in your hands, our products are designed to make owning a home easier, faster, and more affordable.
The National Housing Fund Mortgage Loan gives you low-interest financing to buy your dream home.
The home renovation loan helps you upgrade your space without stress.
And with rent-to-own, you can move into your home first and pay over time.
We also offer the Cooperative Housing Development Loan, bringing groups together to build communities.
With our individual construction loan, you can build at your pace on your land.
Our rent assistance loan assists you to pay your rent without stress.
Nigerians abroad can invest back home with our NHF Diaspora Mortgage Loan.
Plus, our non-interest loan for Nigerians with preference for such financing model.
To access any of our products, can you log on to www.ibank.com or visit any of our branches nationwide? We are also very active on all our social media platforms. In FMBN, customer centricity is our topmost priority.
Welcome back. FMBN Branch Offices continues to serve as a crucial link between National Housing Fund and the people it is designed to serve, especially low and middle income earners. In our Building Blocks segment, we spotlight the FMBN Ogun State Branch Office, its operations, and its contributions towards making home ownership accessible to residents of Ogun, Abeokuta State, through the bank's diverse range of housing finance products. Stay tuned for these and more after the break.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria was established to service the housing needs of contributors to the National Housing Fund scheme through the provision of affordable mortgage financing for low and medium income Nigerians. Over the years, the bank has continued to strengthen its service delivery, ensuring that more contributors benefit from the scheme, and this is through its extensive instrument of zonal and branch offices nationwide. This is the FMBN Ogun Branch Office, strategically positioned to drive the bank's mandate within state by mobilizing and manage NHF contributions, processing mortgage applications, and engaging key stakeholders.
The overview aligns with the mandate of the bank in terms of mobilizing funds into the National Housing Fund, and at the same time giving out these loans in terms of affordable houses to the Nigerian public, especially people that are contributing to the National Housing Fund.
The National Housing Fund serves as a pool of contribution from Nigerians in both formal and informal sector, administered to ensure access to housing finance across all sectors nationwide.
The way commercial banks operate is the same way we operate, in terms of we get money from the surplus spending unit as a form of contributions, and we give it to the deficit spending unit in a form of loans for you to acquire your affordable houses. So the surplus spending unit one day will come back for their money as a form of refunds. So when somebody is 60 years, we shouldn't be telling that person stories. So if I'm giving you money, I must give you to ensure that the money is coming back.
With affordability as the key, FMBN provides mortgage products at a single-digit interest rate with flexible repayment periods, making home ownership more attainable for contributors.
People are beginning to be aware of the need to tap into the opportunity that is available with Federal Mortgage Bank in terms of affordable houses, low interest rates. For example, we give out loans of 1 million for home renovation loan for 5 years. You understand? at 6%. So really you can't find it anywhere in Nigeria.
The Ogun branch actively drives NHF collection through sustainable mobilization, sensitization and awareness campaign. Participation remains strongest within the public sector, with increasing engagement from private and informal sectors.
In Ogun State, for example, there is a reasonable participation by the public sector, even up to 85%. And the private sector too, they are not doing badly. However, since 2023, with the introduction of the Business Facilitation Act, is that a bit impacted on the private sector in particular. But we have gone past that one because the bank has introduced new products that will be able to market to them. And we have equally written to private sectors for them to understand the benefit of being in the scheme. And we have been seeing a lot of traction in that aspect.
To deepen inclusion within the informal sector, the bank has introduced tailored products and strengthened engagement with cooperative societies to ensure housing finance access to underserved groups.
The branch is currently working with the Ministry of Cooperative in working with the database. As I'm speaking to you, we have the Plank Seller Association who has joined the scheme with us. They have even benefited. So they have already turned to an ambassador for the bank, telling other artisans, informal sector of the need. So in no distant time, we are beginning to see a lot of tractions from the informal sector joining the scheme.
The Ogun State branch office operates through specialized units, including the loan processing unit, which oversees mortgage application review, documentation and approval process.
Or as a unit of the branch, we grant loans, we process loans. We have several products. We have the home renovation loan, the rent to own, and the individual construction loan for now that we administer to our customers. And in doing this, it is expected that application forms are given out, which will be later returned for processing. And in the course of processing it, we ensure that each application submitted are in line with the underwriting standard. The checklist must be strictly adhered to, and looking at the affordability of each of the loan applicants, subsequent to which it will be forwarded to head office, looking at the conditions preceding the drawdown, after which approval must have been granted, then disbursement will be made. And subsequently, after the disbursement, we now begin the process of repayment of the loan.
However, operational challenges remain, including a lack of proper documentation, which can delay in loan processing and disbursement, as well as low disposable income affecting NHF contributors as stipulated under the Act.
I always tell customers, it's not the fault of the bank. If bank will get some other shortcut, would have been able to avail you this facility. But the truth must be told, if a land does not have a title, you don't have ownership over it. So anything can happen. And banks will not, like I tell people, the money we give out to loan, they are other people's money. You understand? So other people's money must be judiciously managed and channeled to the right cause. So the bank wants to avail facility to someone that has a title on his land. But it's a challenge here, and that's one of the major challenges we have. And two, we have low disposable income that is affecting affordability of our customers or contributors. You know, we can't give you loan out of sentiment. We give you loan based on your disposable incomes.
Beneficiaries visiting the branch share their experience with the bank's services.
Through a colleague that works in federal housing business, so he now told us much about federal mortgage, that they assist the masses in terms of loans and everything. We thought it was like, in this country, they will tell you, and also the interest might scare you off. So doing our talking, we now got to know that the interest is a quite little bit low and everything. Say, how do we approach because we've not seen such like that.
The member of staff that are in this branch, at least they are friendly, they are jovial, they do their work as expected. So we don't have any issue with them.
Mortgage, as it is for all Nigerians, is being a good thing to all Nigerians.
Through strategic partnership and sustainable stakeholders engagement with developers, cooperatives, labor unions and state governments, the bank continues to advance its mandate and strengthen housing delivery outcome.
We collaborate with the with developer in terms of getting them off-takers that qualify and they are capable of meeting all the necessary requirements and paying as when due. And we equally help them in terms of in terms of documentations too. And for the state government, regularly we engage with them because we have seen ourselves as partner in progress. Before now, we always have issues with areas from state government, and as I'm speaking to you, because of that robust engagement, state government pay as at when due.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're still watching Everyone Deserves a Home. One of the greatest dreams of every adult is to provide a safe and comfortable shelter for his family. On this matter, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is turning those dreams into reality using the instrumentality of the NHF scheme. After only 6 months of contribution, you become eligible to access any of the bank's products, from home renovation, construction, finance to rent to own. Now let's visit one of our beneficiaries in Kano and hear his home ownership journey. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
I find that it's working.
It's something fantastic. It's great. It's very easy to access.
It's flexible.
The mortgage is real.
I call myself a landlord.
I'm a happy homeowner.
It's a dream come true. On the click of your button, you can access our facilities.
Dr. Abdulaziz Ahmed Aminu, a staff of Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, is a proud homeowner whose journey began when the NHF scheme was introduced at his workplace. Without regrets, he seized the opportunity.
Well, my journey started about 6-7 years ago, back in 2018, when Federal Mortgage Bank staff came to my place of work and introduced the home ownership scheme. And at the time, I was a bit skeptical, as well as every Nigerian would. But as time went by, when I bought into the scheme and started the contributory part, and then at the end of the day, when I was issued the key, a couple of months or a year later, I took it and came in, did some self-modification, and I'm happy I did. It was a good journey.
Though skeptical at first, he later realized that owning a home was a necessity. He also found the process seamless and transparent.
I find it very promising. I will say initially I was skeptical, but after realizing that owning the house was in a step of like ABC, I was happy I did, to be honest. And it wasn't a rigorous process. It was a straightforward process with the contributory part of it, the forms, the people that have to sign this or that. At the end of the day, I think it was a good idea. It was a good thing, and I hope it gets around to many other people as well.
The single-digit interest rate attracted him and made a significant difference, easing repayment and ensuring affordability.
Mortgage hasn't been a good idea initially because of the interest that comes with it. So most civil servants are a bit wary because of the interest. Incidentally, at the time we started the mortgage thing, we were told it was 9%. And then in order to encourage us to buy in, at some point in time it was dropped down to like 7% and then to 6%, I think, either of the two. So, and that encouraged quite a lot of us to be interested. So I would say the mortgage thing was a problem, but with the reduction to a single digit, a way lower single digit, made all the difference. And then the means and ways of accessing it appeared a bit daunting initially, but then after a while it became a seamless transition.
For Dr. Abdul, the experience was both comfortable and fulfilling, as receiving his key brought peace of mind. No regrets, no tension, no landlord pressure.
Fantastic. It was a good idea, and not to have to worry about paying the rent, not having to look out your door or your window to see if the landlord was coming, and being able to sit and enjoy the comfort of your home with your kids and your entire family. It's a nice feeling. It was a fantastic experience, and I have no regrets.
He encourages other Nigerians to key into the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria NHF mortgage scheme.
I would tell every kind of person who's interested in owning a house to go for it. The mortgage finance scheme by Federal Mortgage Bank is real, it works, and it's satisfying. So I will encourage everyone who's interested in owning a house to please go for it, buy into it. You will not regret it.
Our question for the week is, why should I consider taking an FMBN loan?
With what people are earning now, it's very difficult for any person to put up a house from the earnings that they're making and then add feeding, add other things. No. So it's only when they go through our products, like this, our rent to own, our home renovation loan, our individual construction loan, cooperative loan, only when they go through it, that's when they can be able to afford houses that they can call their own. Because our own interest is very low. It's the least in the whole Nigeria. 6%, single digits. We don't exceed it. So that is why we are where we are.
That brings us to the end of today's program. Join us next week, same time, same station, for more updates and activities of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. You can begin your home ownership journey today by taking advantage of the NHF scheme. For more information, visit www.fmbn.gov.ng or walk to any of our branch offices nationwide. You can also keep track of your NHF contributions by dialing *219# or visit ibank.fmbn.gov.ng to register. Remember, at FMBN, everyone deserves a home. Until then, goodbye and Merry Christmas.